I had an experience the other day where I was at a bus stop and kids from my high school, kids I knew, pulled up as well. I felt a surge of fear within my heart because just seeing them brought back bad memories of high school, where I felt alone, isolated, unhappy, all these other things because I was never really socially adept within high school. Yet, as I spoke to these guys, as I was very, very nervous, something I hadn't experienced for a couple months at this point, I spoke to them. We had a short but okay sort of conversation. Then the bus pulled up. I hopped onto the bus, I sat down. They sat down a short ways ahead of me, and for the entire duration of the ride, my mind just thinking, oh man, wow, like what if they talk to me? What if they think I'm weird? What if they think I'm stupid or whatever? Yeah, as the more I think about this, the more I overthink, I should say, I come to this weird realization. None of it matters, right? I'm on a gap year right now. I haven't seen these guys in months. My life's been going well. Yeah, as soon as I saw them, I just reverted back to these things that didn't make any sense to me. The more I thought about it, the more I explored these avenues of thought, it just came to me like none of this stuff mattered, right? None of this fear, none of this impact, none of it truly changed my life. It was just me overthinking about something that had no real value within the world at all, right? My fear made me feel bad, but the reality was nothing was bad at all. Nothing had changed. Life was pretty normal. And just thinking about that, it made me realize like fear is so ephemeral. It's so short lived. Where you feel fear about something. Like I feel fear about making this YouTube video, about thinking, oh, what's my family gonna think if I make this video at home, right? Because I don't usually do that. It just comes down to like, it doesn't even matter. Like it's focusing on things that are outside of your control, things that you cannot control. And it really hit me hard on that bus ride. Make me realize how many years I had wasted focusing on things that didn't matter, focusing on things that, quite frankly, ruined my life for a short period of time, right? Where I was so focused on what other people thought of me. I was so focused on acting like a different person, where I killed my authenticity. I was a slave to other people's whims and desires. And what for what? Like, did it make me happy? Hell no, right? I just felt like shit every single day in high school. Even now, like, there's times where I'll talk to people and I don't feel good. I feel like I'm undervaluing myself, right? I feel like, oh, I can't speak up. I have to revert back to my old behavior of being a silent nobody. That I can't be authentic, that I can't be myself, that people won't accept me. That's where the fear aspect comes in. That if I open myself up, people are going to reject me. People aren't going to like accept me for who I am. So I'm going to ask you this question. I'm going to ask myself this question. If they don't accept you, if excuse me, if people don't accept you for who you truly are, why would you want to be with those people in the first place? Right? Those people think like, whoa, you suck. Why would you want to be with those people in the first place? You showed them who you truly were. You showed your true character. You acted in accordance to your values and ideals. So why do you care about what those people think of you? If they're great, they're fun, people you want to hang out with, they accept you for who you are, that's awesome. You found somebody who accepts the genuine you. That's powerful. But if they don't like you, if they don't really want to talk to you, that's okay. You just realize that, okay, we aren't going to be compatible people anyways. Like, I don't really want to talk to you anymore, right? There's fear in every aspect of our life. There's fear for every sort of thing that you can do, but live as if your father was dead. Chapter 3 of The Way of the Superior Man. Live as if your father was dead, where stop suppressing yourself, stop hiding your actions, or do not do the things that you love doing because you feel like somebody else is going to judge you for it. That you're afraid of what other people think of you for doing something. Live freely. Stop being suppressed by other people's expectations. Just do the things that you want to do. Get up, go to the gym, start writing, make this YouTube channel, do something. But stop letting other people choose for you. Because that's what will happen if you don't choose for yourself. If you don't decide to prioritize yourself and do the things that are important to you, people will choose for you. And the only result of that will be misery, really. Regret, right? They put you to college to go make you go get a job that you don't like, push you to live a life and a route that you don't enjoy, that you don't feel is true to yourself. And it will happen because you don't have the courage, really, to take that choice, to face your fear and just do the things you want in life. Some people realize this, others don't, right? I don't agree with the fact that, oh, you can figure out self improvement by yourself. It's all like just nonsense, anyways. People figure it out on their own, they improve by themselves, and everybody turns out alright. No. There are people who let their fear carry them all the way through life, or they carry their fear through their entire lives, where they don't take action, where they don't be the sort of person that they want to be. As a result, they feel regret. They ask themselves, what could I have been? I chose a safe, stable, easy route. And yeah, I guess I lived an okay life, but I feel so afraid. Like, I still haven't faced my fears. I haven't made progress. I'm not the person that I want to be. You think, oh, okay, this guy's just bullshitting. He's 17 years old. What does he know? Well, yeah, I am 17. But I can already tell, like, living high school and reflecting back on that experience, those 3 years, I felt like I could have been a lot better. If I went in knowing what I do now, it would have been a much more pleasant experience. I would have actually enjoyed being in high school. I would have had friends. I would have been authentic. I would have done all these sort of things. It's not exactly a regret. I'm happy that the experience is over. But it does bring up the question, I could have been so much better. I could have been so much more different. And that's just from 3 insignificant years of my life. Think about people who've done that for 30, 50, 60, right? You can't let your fear control you because it never gets easier. There's never a time where it becomes easier to face that fear and become a better person. In fact, it just compounds and grows over time. Shame researcher Brené Brown, I think, she says that the more shame you have, the longer it's been kept up, the harder it is to like confront it because it's just gradually building up over time. It's the same thing with your fears. The longer you hide away from your fears, the longer you procrastinate, the longer you don't take action to become the person you want to be, the harder it gets. The more you will not want to do it, the more you'll make excuses until one day you realize, like, what have I fucking done with my life? What am I doing, right? Like, why am I not making change? Why am I stuck the way I am? I didn't have the courage, the balls to just go up and do something I wish I could have done. And look at where I am now. Like, I hate my life, right? I came to that realization like last year. Like, I really fucking hated my life. Coming back from Europe in 2023 for spring break, living the best time I ever had, being in contact with my fear and overcoming it, then coming back and living a shit life. Living a life that I hated. Not being social, not being the person I wanted to be. It sucked. I hated it. And so, do you want to make that decision? Do you want to learn from my mistake and actually go and face your fears? Or do you want to stay stuck? Because I remember going outside like 2 months ago and talking to the first person on my grind to start becoming a better conversationalist. It was difficult. I looked at the person, I thought, oh, I don't want to talk to them. Like, it's going to be difficult. It's not something I want to do. But I did it anyways, right? And I failed so many times over the past 2 months. Oh, this is nasty. Sorry. But even in that process of failure, that's where the confidence began to develop. Where there are days where I feel good, days where I feel bad, but I know I have those basic conversational abilities to just go up and speak to somebody. Where I've changed my identity to be from somebody who couldn't talk to people at all, who felt like a loser in situations, who couldn't articulate his thoughts, to being somebody who can talk, carry himself in a conversation, who can just sit down and be like, yeah, how you doing? Oh, interesting. Have a back and forth. I faced my fear. I faced my fear and I came out on top. I still got a long way to go, right? Like, I'm not perfect, right? I still struggle with conversations. I can look at a girl and think, oh, I don't really want to talk to her, right? I'm 17 years old and I just want to be like dead honest with you. I struggle with this too. But the truth is, if you don't face your fears will own you. Your fears will drive you down to the ground with regret because they never get easier to face. They never become something pleasant, or there's never a perfect opportunity. Right? I've missed a lot of those. I could have talked to girls at school. I could have taken action. I could have been the sort of person I wanted to be, but I didn't. I wasted my time. And it's not that I'm filled with regret, but looking back at those mistakes, I never want to make them again. I want to learn to be better for them rather than stay stuck like the person I used to be. So ask yourself, do you want to be trapped by your fear? or do you want to overcome it? Because there's only two options, the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. Which one will you choose? But yeah, 10-minute video. I hope you found it useful. Yeah, have a good one. Subscribe if you like the content. But peace.